Alright, so it's a long recap. Last session started off with Annie and Misha hugging each other. It's been 15 years since you last saw each other, so it was quite a special moment with quite a few tears. You were all then introduced to each other, and it seemed that Misha knew something about you, but only that you were doing something important. The sisters then told each other what happened to them the day they were separated, and it seems like for some reason both were not told the other survived. But that was put aside for later, and Misha handed Annie some of their old belongings, including a family portrait. This brought on more tears. It was early in the morning, but this occasionally also definitely needed some drinks. So Luca brought out something very old that she called Icewind Dale Ice Wine, and that was handed down through the years for an occasion like this. Misha and Annie also noticed that they both had the same necklace and orb. Annie was given to her by her patron, and Misha's was found on her pillow. Both then went into one of the inn's rooms for a chat. There, Misha learned that someone had been helping Annie, which is where her magic comes from. Misha was Archmage Orator's apprentice wizard, and she was called the Sith Sister, as she was put in charge of the Cat-Sith bloodlines here in Marzel. When they both brought their necklaces close, a large snowflake appeared out of them, and their orbs started to glow. Once the snowflake burst, the whole room was, of course, covered in snow, and you could tell that the orbs would now let you communicate with each other, something like a sending stone, but a lot much better. Somehow, now once again you were connected, and put that aside for later also. Misha did learn that Annie's patron was one Queen Mab, though, which went over like you would expect. Once you got back to the rest of the party, in walked Lois, who picked up Clark in a nice big bear hug, gave him a peck on the cheek, then started to yell at him for all his missing feathers and scars, and told you all you'd better take care of him or you will have to answer to her. She let you all know that Lady Tandrin is calling a town meeting and everyone has to go. She's doing it at the newly built Coliseum, and that Lois will take you all there to show you around. So you packed up, took off. Lois then told you of the Verdant Stage, an architectural marvel blending the grandeur of a gladiatorial arena with the refined elegance of a theater. Clark also noticed that his grandfather's face was etched into the marble statues that lined the entrance to the stage. Once inside, and before Lois could catch you, you obviously immediately took off to the stage, pulled out your lute, and started to play. If anyone was going to put on the very first performance here, it was going to be Clark. So as the city of Marzel started arriving and taking their seats, Clark rolled an at 20 performance and had to be rewarded for that. So over the next hour, both Clark and his grandfather's voice echoed throughout the Verdant Stage as Clark gave in to his grandfather's offer to help. Clark is also now a Archfey Warlock, as his Archfey grandfather's presence and past is now part of Clark. We'll deal with that later too. Lois, who had a secret party waiting for Clark, just shook her head and moved the party onto the stage. Once things were all settled, Lady Tandrin made her entrance and things changed forever. Lady Tandrin made a speech. The speech was a call to war on the demons and devils that have been appearing. The speech was to let everyone know that the Fae are no longer sitting idle, letting the rest of Luna 1 sit by and do nothing. She's putting herself in charge, and let her disguise drop. No longer was she the fairy everyone knew. You all now know her true form, that of Queen Titania of the Sealy Court, and court was once again now in session. When this revelation was shown, much to the dismay of the city of Marzel, Abigail Arcane also came out and revealed her true form as the Baba Yaga. And if court was now once again in session, that her pact with Titania is null and void, and that deals are once again back on the menu for anyone wanting something from her. The veil around Marzel also dropped, and the city was placed back in normal time, and all other veils that others had placed on themselves dropped. It was time for all cards to be put on the table. Hal then noticed someone toss Hal then noticed someone from his past toss something into the air from the crowd. And as it got bigger and bigger, it turned into a massive portal, and out stepped a demon lord, crushing Titania on her throne. Massive flying creatures also came out of the portal, and the heat of the abyss spread to the crowd, knocking some off balance and killing others outright. Archmage Orator then lifted a hand, and all the flames seemed to vanish. He then looked at this 200-foot tall demon, smiled, and pure silver fire erupted around him. In next session, our party gets to decide what to do next. You can either have a lovely mythic battle with a Demogorgon Demon King, run after Hal's old buddy Sinestro, or do what Queen Mab told Annie to do and save her sister from doing something stupid. So, I'm going to put some good old combat music on for us, because that's starting. Maybe. There we go. I'll put it on a little bit low. As the last notes of Clark's lute echo through the trees and stone around the verdant stage, the air quivers with a sudden malevolent chill. The Demon King, a mountain of shadow and flame with antlered horns curling skyward and eyes burning like twin furnaces, takes another step as everything beneath his hooves shudder, twisting beauty into ruin. Without a word, he raises a clawed hand toward Titania, who appears right up on top of his foot, standing serene and composed. And then he lunges. A flash of golden light and heat clashes through the air. Chester, the summer night, intercepts the strike with his blazing axe, the impact sending a shockwave through the glade. Trees bend, petals scatter, and the verdant stage, enchanted and sacred, absorbs the forest with a shimmering pulse of green. From the surrounding crowds swirl about 20,000 Fae. They roar, some in panic, some in awe, some in defiance. Most of them scatter, the other half staying, forming ranks or drawing power from the glade. Hidden Archfey begin to reveal themselves, one by one, flickers of immense power cloaked in mortal guise, now standing tall with starlight in their eyes. Then, a wind unlike any other sweeps through the scent and bone dust, and pine sap announces the arrival of Baba Yaga, who emerges from behind a gnarled root, muttering under her breath. She mutters a curse older than the moon, her hands weaving black magic and unleashing chains of shadow that coil around the Demon King's limbs. Above the fray, Archmage Orator levitates with his eyes blazing silver, speaking incantations in 7 different languages at once. Stars spiral in his wake, and meteor shower of silver fire rains down on the demon's back. Each impact is like a bell toll to the end of days. Inside your heads, at this moment, you hear the voice of Titania echo. Can you please find and deal with the one in the crowd that did this, please? Let us handle this fiend. Oh, and he went through the east exit. You were all then immediately hit with a mass healing word, healing you all for 30. Cleric, you feel a hand enter yours. It's Lois. Well, you go deal with him. I'm gonna go, see who I can help.
Okay.
Good luck. She's gonna look at the rest of you. Any other feathers he's missing, I will take personally. Good luck.
Oh, stop it. I'm okay.
Luck! She's just gonna point to the big thing. That's not okay. Go, hurry. And she pretty much picks you up and hugs you again. What would you guys like to do?
Clark kind of... As he gets picked up, Clark's going to take his wings and just kind of slap her on the ear, saying, Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Go. Be safe. You'll find me. I'll get back to the Fae and the Fiddle after this. I'm going to save who I can. I'll meet you there.
Okay, we'll see you there.
Where's Misha?
Misha has pretty much did the same thing. Gave you a quick hug, looked at Orator, and took to the skies after him.
Okay.
Yep.
I think, and as Clark gets released, he's gonna start flying immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to go up to see if I could get a. I know we were told he was going towards the east exit to see
Correct.
if he actually made it out or if he's still in the crowd.
Okay, perception checks for everybody, please.
Perception.
Are you good now for Hal, or do you need me to roll for him?
Ooh, dirty 20.
You rolled, so
I'm
I'll
good.
take that as your answer.
Yeah, no, sorry. I just had a puppy trying to fight.
You're good, bud. All right.
Great.
Hal, thankfully, you're the only one who hit the DC to find your old buddy.
Is passive okay?
22. There's a lot of fucking people here. You gotta
My
hit a 20.
passive still good.
I
Okay.
don't mind then.
Okay. Anyone 22 and over is the only way you're gonna see the little remains of some sort of yellow glow following whoever threw this, because Hal hasn't said a word about it yet. You do see exactly where Titania said he's heading towards the east exit on the ground. He looks like he has flown down and is running through one of the exits.
I will point out which direction he is, but I won't use he, I'll use his name.
Okay. Are you yelling?
Loud enough for us to hear, not loud enough for everyone to hear.
No. Just to let you know, this battle is loud. If you're not within 10 feet of each other, you can't hear anything unless it's in your head. It is too loud.
Wow.
Then yes, I'm yelling.
Okay. I'll take perception rolls again to see if you heard Hal. I would assume you guys are fairly clumped up at this point.
All but Clark, who flew away?
Yeah, Clark, disadvantage.
What is the DC? Does my passive meet it? Because that's
I need an
second 4.
I need at least an 18.
Damn.
Oh, thank God.
We are in mythic stage here, guys. DCs are high.
Let's go.
This isn't a legendary battle. That'll come later for you guys.
Oh, why didn't that? Well, I don't know why I didn't roll a disadvantage, but I'll roll again.
Thora.
Okay, there.
Thora.
Holy
Oddly enough, your eyes are probably still on Hal, and you're probably right beside him, and you're the only one who can hear him.
I mean, that makes sense, right?
Sure does.
All right, let's go, baby.
Where are we going?
Quick,
We're going
are
that
you,
way. What Hal said.
Are you a Link?
I'm going to take a step. Can I realize no one else is following and just grab them and pull them?
Yeah, that's easy to do. I want to know, are you having Shadowclaw and Kerrigan come with you? They look a little spooked. You'd be able to understand this is a little too much for them, and they're both quite skittish for the first time. To the point they're not even talking to you in your head.
I think Alric would forget that he needs to give him a command until maybe realizing that he is skittish.
Mm-hmm.
Help people escape. Find people at the edges. Help them out.
You get a sense of he's out of his league, and for the first time is actually going to pay attention to you and do what you tell him. He's immediately vanished and gone. And I can get rid of him.
I'll tell Kerrigan to go back to the Fae and the Fiddle and try to hide, find shelter, and I'll come find him there.
Okay. Pretty much the same. This is a reluctant. This I'm in over my head, and I will die probably soon if I don't. Yeah. Okay. I will delete them from the rest of the maps. I was going to give you guys the option. Alright. So you all see Hal gesturing in one area and, like, really wanting to sprint there. What would you like to do?
I want to turn to Thora. Just quick. Are you willing? I can get you there quickly.
And just to let you know, you have to scream in order to hear, especially at your height. Yeah.
Hell yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. Woo!
That's a yes.
Cool. It's not quite a pickup, but I'm just going to start dragging her. And I can use something, which means I don't take any more distance.
Okay.
Where's it gone? Yes, I can choose a willing creature within 5 feet that's large or smaller. I move the creature with me.
Okay. So what's your movement speed you're headed?
That's part of a dash, so that's 100 feet.
Excellent.
So if he's within 100 feet, I'm
guys are in the middle of the verdant stage. You got about 1,000 feet to cover. It's gonna take a bit.
1,000 feet to cover.
This place is massive. Like, you're at least a 2-minute sprint to get to the other side.
Oh, and he's on the other side.
Yep.
As I see them running away at a quick pace, would I be able to try hold on with levitate?
Yeah. Thor's a little bit bigger than you. It'd be a little weird, but yeah, if she grabbed you by the other arm, I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Yeehaw!
We're not in combat yet, are we?
Sorry, say that
Not
again.
We're technically not in combat because we're not in initiative.
You're
right?
not in. Well, not currently, no. But you're close to where the demon's foot is, so you're not difficult terrain because this place hasn't really been fully built yet. But you will be eventually starting to dodge people who jumped into the fray, plus the hundreds of shadowy demons that are pouring out of this portal are slowly descending on you.
Cool. I misread something and I double checked. Yeah, I can move them 150 feet. Because I hadn't used my action, I can dash on my action as well.
Ah, okay. Then yeah, you're gonna be going pretty quick. I'll cut that down to at least a minute then to get across.
And you're taking 3 of us.
I think-
at that.
Yeah, I can do that 9 more times.
Okay.
So,
Is this using a key point?
it's fine, because I regained them once we enter initiative.
Sure does.
That's why I checked.
I think Clark, instead of flying like towards the actual exit, he is going to try to fly up over the wall and get outside over the wall instead of trying to go through the actual archway, doorway, whatever.
Okay. It's an area you've never been before, so I'll just let you know you haven't gone this way before. You don't really know what's here. So you don't know, like, the exit is like a underground area, but whether or not it goes other places, you won't see if you're going to fly up. But you can do that, yes. It'll just take you a little bit longer because this place is quite high, as you can see by the picture. So it's up to you whether or not you want to separate from your group. That's all I'm saying to you.
No, actually, I changed that. Never mind. Because you have a good point, because I don't know exactly.
Nope.
I see him walking through a doorway, entryway, exitway, whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's on the other side of that.
And if you start
That's a good
flying up,
point.
these creatures are definitely faster than you, and you will have to deal with a few of them before you get to the top. You would definitely notice that. And most of these are all like the V-Rocks that you guys fought. Hundreds of them. the sky is not a friendly place. Like, literally, as soon as you start flying, you see Baverth, the ancient red dragon, pretty much take to the sky and start dealing with whatever she can.
So yeah, I'll stick close to the ground.
Okay. What's your movement speed for Clark and Annie? Because if these guys are going 150 feet every 6 seconds, they're going to hit there before you.
I can go 120 with my racial movement if Clark, if you want to get on my shoulder, or if you want me to carry you. I don't know what your dash is, but I can dash 120.
Yeah, my dash is only 60.
Okay.
So you can
You're like,
double
come on,
that.
Clark.
So
All right.
yeah, I'll kind of like land on Annie's shoulder and kind of like put my wing around her neck to hold on.
Okay. For Alric, Thor, and Hal, you're going to get there about 3 rounds before your friends. Would you wait if you saw something, or would you go right in for combat?
If I realized how far behind they were, I think I'd just sort of slow down enough that we can clearly see where he is, and we're tracking him.
Okay. I'll take another perception roll, just a straight roll, because you all know who you're looking for now. Well, you've seen, like, something. He'd be, like, just out of your range of sight right now. Oh, there's a nat 20. Clark.
At 20 for 23.
Clark's pointing, but you are a little bit behind, so at least you and Annie know where the hell you're going. Thora. Yeah, Thora's on track. Thora's keeping you on point.
Do I get advantage with my shield?
Yes, I can't remember. That's the Sentinel Shield?
Yeah.
Remind me what it does.
Your advantage on perception?
Oh, okay, that's all it specifically says. Then yeah, you're fine. But Thora did hit the roll, the DC, and Clark, so you all definitely know where the hell you're going. Okay, yeah, that's still pretty good. You hit the 22. Yep.
Well, my passive's 23.
Oh, okay. That's ridiculous. 23 passive perception. Okay, I will write that down because that will actually come in handy. That is a DC for something later. Okay. So you guys eventually start to notice, like, the crowd itself that's here, as you run across, a lot of them might not know who you are or what's happening, but they've already, like, half the people in here are slowly starting to disperse. A lot of these people are still fey creatures, so they can still, like, teleport 30 feet. They're, like, winking in and out of existence. And this place, for those that are fleeing quickly. But as you guys come closer and closer to the exit, Hal, with your passive, and especially Clark, even from the distance, you see whoever it is that threw this portal stone. You guys have seen a couple before, but nothing as big as this before. Just standing there, like, with one shoulder on the doorway, looking bored. And he's almost like, if he had a watch, he'd be looking at the watch, watching you all run here, and it's like he's bored and just waiting. And as you come into range of tossing anything at him, what do you want to do?
How well do I know him?
Probably in passing. I wouldn't say, like, maybe you did an odd job with him, maybe 10 years ago. You do know he was exiled pretty much immediately from, like, the first time you worked with him. But he'd been with the Order for at least, he's like 10 years older than you. Exiled for doing research that he shouldn't have been. Stealing stuff that he shouldn't have been. So is there anything you want to do or say as you get closer? Or anything Alric or Thora wants to do or say as you get closer?
Alic's got nothing.
Okay.
So that's the guy we want to kill, right? We just want to kill him. We don't need him for anything.
Hal, you might have muted yourself. I didn't hear anything if you said anything.
Oh, I haven't. I was just trying to think what I wanted to say to that.
Okay. It is, yeah, that's something hard to think of.
Gonna go not kill. We need to figure out why the fuck he did it. Or how the fuck he did it. There'll be people that want questions. Let's just knock him out in hog time. But not in a fun way.
Perfect. So you guys are pretty much like going into grapple then?
No, do damage. Knock him out.
Beautiful. So when you are in range, who's got the largest range for a spell, or what you doing?
It would be me. I'm taking a guess.
How many rounds would that have taken us to get there within range?
Close to 10.
I will need the specific, because if it is 10, I've got no key points left, and I won't be doing anything until we get to initiative. If it's 9, I have one more, so I have one more thing to do.
Let me roll a percentile, and above 50, it'll be 10. It was 10, sir.
I'm getting it there, and I'm taking a step back until combat has actually started.
Okay, so Clark and Annie will catch up a little bit sooner then, okay?
I can use my longbow too.
Alright.
Oh, well, I won't take the longbow.
Then I will have an attack roll from Thora and Hal.
Can I get a saving throw of 17 dex? But that's when I get in 60 feet.
Okay. Let me move over to the other map and get you and Thora close. So you want 60 feet.
Like, yeah, whenever we get into 60, I'll cast Sacred Flame, which is a dex save.
Alright, I'm going to stick the other 3. Alric will be behind you. Annie and Clark immediately are going to be 2 behind us now as we enter initiative. Thora, would you be like, you're going to be right beside Hal, I'm assuming, at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you guys are within 60 feet, perfect. Your arrow immediately goes right through this illusion, and your spell hits nothing. Can I please have con saves from the 2 of you from some sort of canister that pops out in front of you and explodes? As this creature is now standing right beside where you were. Once I find where I put the picture. Nope, I am in the wrong campaign. Let's come over here. Sessions. I've been doing stuff on 2 campaigns today. I'll put it in Discord for you. As in its place, where Sinistro once was, some sort of scarecrow is there. And I'll move you guys over to the map. Enjoy my version of Scarecrow. So, your con saves. A 12 from Thora and a 21 from Hal. Which is good for Hal, bad for Thora. Thora, this gas canister immediately explodes in front of you. Are you immune to being confused by chance?
Let me check.
Some sort of like air Genasi trait for airborne.
I can hold my breath indefinitely.
This is happening quick. He was invisible, so you didn't really see it at the time. You wouldn't have had time to react.
Okay. Then, what did you say? What am I?
You are currently confused and you are suffering hallucinations for 1 minute. So,
Cool.
at the start of combat, I need you to roll on the confusion table to see whether or not you hit Hal. So, let's all roll initiative, please. I will have Clark and Annie. You are going to be 1 round behind these guys. Okay.
I rolled over 20 on everything except for that con save.
Okay. On a good note, he
Yeah.
only rolled a
If you
17.
hit me, I've got you. If you don't hit me, I don't know.
What's your dex for Annie?
13 plus 1.
Okay, he goes first.
And I don't know why it didn't come up, but I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
Shoot, I forgot to select my character, sorry. Yeah, I got 14.
14. Okay, you, because you stepped back, are going to be 1 turn behind also. Okay. So Thora goes first. So this creature, I will tell you what he looks like. You've never seen him before. Clad in a patchwork ensemble of burlap robes and a stitched hood that conceals most of its face, this humanoid scarecrow moves with unsettling precision. His thin frame seems gaunt, skeletal almost, but there's a strange power in his presence. Like a whisper of death and dread carried on the wind. Can I have perception rolls as you guys get finally closer? Hal, your 23 will be fine.
There, that's the perception I know.
Okay. Yeah, anything 18 and over, because you're in the heat of battle. His eyes glow with an unnatural yellow hue behind the mask. An effect prolonged exposure to, you're not too sure, but whatever he just tossed at you is kind of the similar color. A rusted syringe gauntlet adorns one arm, while a belt of vials and canisters clinks quietly as he moves. A faint chemical mist surrounds him, seeping from vents in his armor. The air near him is heavily laden with some sort of dread, as if the closer you get, it's almost as if your worst nightmares are coming to your mind. So, let's have fun with Scarecrow. Thora, you are up. You are confused.
Right.
So, can you roll me a d10, please, to see what happens?
Sure.
This will last for 1 minute until someone brings you out of it. Something's wrong. You're unable to move. You are not able to move or take actions this turn. Clark, you're up. Oh, sorry, Clark, you're behind? Hal, you're up.
Yep.
You see Thora immediately stop moving. Doesn't say anything. Just immediately, whatever exploded in your face has affected her somehow. And at the end of your turn, I'll take a wisdom save for Thora. Sorry, I forgot to do that. See if you can shake yourself out of it.
Okay, now knowing that, I will hold.
Ooh, oddly enough, Thora. Whatever it is, you're fine again. But your turn is up. Never mind, Hal. She just kind of maybe had a little quick brain fart.
Right, I was in the process of about to cast Let the Restoration on her.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yep, your turn.
they're
Where?
coming out of it.
Yeah, you definitely hear a chuckle and a little bit of yellow energy going down the pathway behind this creature.
I'm going to fire another Sacred Flame at him.
Okay.
Can I get a Dex save?
Dex save. Okay, give me 1 second here. I have something. I just can't find where I put it. Where are you? As you get closer, Hal, in your head, you hear this creature say, "Welcome to the experiment. You're just in time for your final panic attack." Dex save, huh? 13, sir.
Takes 9 damage of radiant.
Okay.
I'll move here.
You being you would notice that spell was effective. It went through whatever aura is around this guy. Nothing else other than that. But it did work.
Knowing it worked.
Are you within 30 feet of him yet?
I just moved within 30.
Ah, excellent. You get his Aura of Terror. Can I please have a Wisdom save?
Sure.
Anyone within 30 feet of this guy's not going to be happy. Okay, you're good. You are not frightened immediately. Perfect.
Just double checking which level I want to cast this at.
Mhm.
I'm going to cast a 2nd level Sacred Weapon.
Okay.
Spiritual Weapon, sorry.
Oh, spiritual weapon. Beautiful.
Right next to him.
Okay. There it is, sir.
Cool. And I will take a swing.
Okay. 16 just misses, sir. You see your weapon hit pretty much like his armor of some sort, and it's almost as if the armor just like bats it away.
I will end my turn there.
Perfect. As you end your turn, you hear another one in your head go, "The mind is a fragile thing. I will break yours."
Can I giggle?
You can go.
I don't care if it's out loud. I'm just going to laugh at it.
Okay. After your turn's done, I'm going to use a legendary action. What's he going to
Giggling
do?
is a free action.
Yeah. Can I have a wisdom save, please, Hal?
You're like, you'll fail one of these eventually. Getting
Oh,
stronger, baby.
Never mind. Is this a half damage? Nope, this isn't even half damage. Alright, love it. You almost get a... You're the first person who's ever... That's never worked on before. And like it's almost like his smile gets bigger and he emits a little bit more gas. As he tried to do a nightmare whisper on you, and that's a pretty high DC. Okay. On a good note, it is now his turn. So that is...
This guy's a gas.
Yeah. I just need to mark off some legendary actions. One done. Alright. What should be happening?
Now all of a sudden I have Rolling Stones playing in my head.
Alright, so Hal and Thora are the only ones, but Hal's the one who's really irritated him so far. Yeah, he wants to start off strong. So... Yeah, can I have another wisdom save, please? He's tossing a 20-foot radius... Oh, no, he's got to get close to do that. I need 20-foot radius. Thingamajigger here.
I was on a roll with rolls.
You are. move that to the back. So he activates some sort of toxin centered on himself. You pass, so thankfully you're only taking 14 psychic damage instead of 28 psychic damage from his fear burst. And you are not immediately frightened. Yeah. By now, that is technically the end of first round of combat. We are back up to the top with Thora. Everyone is now in combat.
Alright. Am I good now, or...
You are. Nope, you are good. You passed your save, so you are set.
Okay.
Yeah. I just have to keep track of, he has, 15 different concentration spells. I have to keep track of which one I'm currently on.
Alright.
But not all of them are, but yeah. Your turn, my dear.
Alright. Story's gonna be like, well, how the hell do you think or who the hell do you think you are? And she's going to rage.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, roll me a D100, please. Let's see what happens. See if our best, an 11? What's an 11?
Probably
Be good.
thing ever.
Sensing
I gotta
disappointment.
scroll up. No, I have no idea.
Immune to all wisdom saving throws.
Oh, you might want to end this one. Uh-oh. This is your first bad one, my dear.
Oh, great.
You all see Thora de-age. You're about... Roll me a d20 to see what your age is.
5.
You are a 5-year-old wild magic barbarian with your weapons and armor. Your speed, damage, and armor class are now halved, and all your checks are made at disadvantage. So you see that she runs in, immediately shrinks to a 5-year-old barbarian who's still raging and carrying her axe. Well, your Hal's legacy, and still yeah, this is a weird one.
Having a tantrum.
Yep, she's having a tantrum.
You're a meanie.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're a idiot.
I swear I'm not a pedophile.
Yep. That's a fun one.
All right. Well, while she's like that, she can only move her 20 feet.
At least your modifiers and your intelligence is in half. It's just your speed, damage, and AC, and any check you make. So, at least that's not to hit. So
Yeah.
that's still fine. Yeah.
He is halved.
Speed's halved.
Shit.
Whether or not you notice this is happening, I will let you figure that out on your own.
All right.
Your AC is 8.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna go hide behind this bush. I've decided.
Oh, sorry. You are in the middle of a coliseum. I'll just pretend it's like a pillar. This is all stone. There's no actual grass here.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm still gonna be over here because I was like, I feel kind of funny, guys. I don't know what to do. And she just takes her bow and just tries to shoot it at the guy.
Love it. Yeah, that was a weird one. I hadn't read that one before. That was a weird one. I didn't know that was on there. 21 will hit. Yeah, oddly enough, 21 will hit. But your damage is halved, so roll your damage. So 7. With a +1. Yeah, it looks like you aim true And you see this 5-year-old put an arrow in the side of this scarecrow.
I got him, guys! Yeehaw! And then she's gonna do it again.
That's absolutely hilarious. 14 will miss.
Whoa. I don't know why it rolled like 10 times.
That's okay.
Alright, and then I'm dropping rage.
Okay. Immediately as you drop rage, you are back to your normal self. But you feel
What
weird.
the hell
Something weird
What?
happened.
just happened?
Yep. Let's hope we don't ever get an 11 again when it matters.
Right.
All right. Anything else for Thora? You technically, as soon as you end your rage, you would get half your movement speed back.
Okay.
I think that's how, or would it work? No, you technically used all your. Yeah, no, you can't move. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Alright.
Clark, you enter the fray, sir.
Okay. Let's see. If you wouldn't mind, sir, as a bonus action, I'm going to give Annie a pat on the shoulder and say, "Thank you for the lift," and give her bardic inspiration.
Nice.
And then I am going to need a DC 16 Dex save from the ugly scarecrow-looking dude.
Dex save. An
Yeah.
11.
Cool. So,
One sec.
let
Do
me
I
take-
have? One sec. I need to see. Nope, I did not give him advantage on magic stuff. So, yep, an 11. That was a oversight of me.
So that would be 9 radiant.
Okay.
And going to, you know what? No, I'm going to stay right there.
Yep.
Use the action, bonus action, no movement. I am good. But one thing I do want to point out is I now have anybody that has a bardic inspiration
Yep.
from me. I have magical inspiration.
Nice.
So if they have the bardic inspiration die, and anybody that casts a spell that restores hit points or deals damage can in turn use that die to add to said healing or damage instead of adding it to, whatever. So
Nice.
just keep that in mind, Annie.
That's awesome for your spell storing ring, Annie.
Okay. Anything else for Clark?
Nope, I used everything. That is it for me.
Okay. Alright, when you're done, he's going to use a legendary action, and in your head you hear, run, hide, it won't save your mind. I need another 10-foot radius. Target here. Alright, 10-foot radius centered on Clark, which just misses Alric. So Clark and Annie. I'll move that to the back. This at least doesn't linger. Can I have con saves from both of you, please, as he does a gas leak on all of you? Well, on the two of you. He tosses out just a random thing, and it targets you guys. You guys are rolling pretty good. Okay. Never mind. You do not have disadvantage on your next attack or saving throw. You passed his DC. Alright. Hal, you're up.
Bonus action, I'll move the spiritual weapon into an attack again.
Hey.
just gotta remember which level I cast it at.
Yeah.
Misses.
Yeah, you gotta hit a 17.
Let's see what. I'm just gonna attack by a puppy. Can I get a wisdom save from him? I'm gonna retaliate.
Sure. 18.
Passes. I will take. I'm just going to step out to here.
Okay.
And my turn.
Okay. You did technically start within his fear aura, so I still need a wisdom save. I just remembered that. Because it's when you start your turn within 30 feet of him.
Oh, failed. Finally.
Okay. You are frightened of him. You can repeat at the end of your next turn. You'll say that happened after you tossed your spell. I'm okay with that. But you are frightened, sir.
Nothing hit.
Nope. Alright, so his turn, again. Hal, you are in his line of sight, and he wants to have a little bit of fun, but first, before his action, he can use another legendary action. Clark, can I have a wisdom save, please? Oh, you nat 20 that? Okay.
Yeah, but it's a -1.
Yeah, it's still a net. Yeah, it's still good, though. That's fine. Yeah, that's a great image. I love that. If you don't have inspiration, Annie, you can take it for that image.
Yay! Thank you.
That's a good one. Alright, so that's his legendary action. Now his turn. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He can get right up next to Hal and move this thing with him. And he's just going to have some fun and start stabbing you, sir. And let's see if he can hit you. 23 to hit.
In fear, am I still able to cast a reaction spell?
You are frightened of him. Let me look up frightened You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is in line of sight. You can't willingly move closer to the source, so yes you can. It's just going to be at disadvantage.
I cast shield.
Oh, okay.
So he misses. I got a 23.
Yeah, I didn't give him counterspell. Okay. That works. So second attack then. That's a 24?
That'll hit.
Okay. So that is 9 piercing and 14 poison. And I need a con save, please.
So I've just got one hand at the moment.
Yeah, you're good. That's all I have.
And a con save. I fail.
You do fail. All right. You are under the effects of the confusion spell, sir. So at the beginning of your next turn, you are confused.
Oh, good.
So that's action, movement, bonus action. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Bonus action, he's going to Misty Step to Thora. Annie, you're up.
I was gonna have to move until he Misty stepped. No, I don't. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I am going to cast a Witch Bolt at him.
Ooh. I'm going to... I'm going to silvery barbs that, my dear. Roll again, please.
What is that?
Makes
Roll
you
again,
roll again.
okay.
Yes, please.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, never mind.
Hey, thanks.
All right then.
Really? Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Too bad that's not a saving
So,
throw, so I can't automatically save against that.
so we got lightning damage
Ooh, 29.
and go away. I can't see. Yeah. So I am going to move. Is Clark still on my shoulder?
Clark, are you still on Annie's shoulder?
No, I had moved
Okay.
off.
Okay.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to move over here and try to kind of duck down behind this.
Okay.
Not necessarily hide, just like try to get some cover. And so I hold concentration so that will keep doing damage.
Okay. I'm going to use my second legendary action this turn then. Can I have a wisdom save from you, please?
Wisdom save.
Oh, that's baby.
Alright, never mind. You guys are rolling good on your saves today.
This scarecrow ain't so scary.
Well, he might be if I can get you guys close and frightened of him. Then most things are better. Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that's me.
Alric. Time to start using my legendary resistances on Alric. That's what they're there for.
So, right. Combat, so I have key point again. Start of combat. I'm going to do... I have lost it. Elemental attunement. So my unarmed strike now has a reach of 15 feet.
Nice.
And I'm charging him.
Okay.
Put myself in between.
Okay, can I have a wisdom save as soon as you get close, please? Here in his fear aura. Ooh, okay, never mind. You hit that by 1. You're not frightened of it.
That would have made a difference anyway.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes, I rolled to punch.
Okay. That'll hit. Can I have a con save as soon as you hit him, please? Anytime you hit him, you have to make a con save or you are confused. With melee, anyway. As soon as you punch him, like, a little bit of gas emits from him, and you fail your con save, so roll your damage.
Shoot, I've lost the thing. Because these are all new abilities from...
Yeah, I know.
Cool. I suppose it doesn't matter which type it is, so just regular old force damage.
Okay. That's a good one to choose. Force damage is always a good option. There's not many things resistant to force damage. 14.
It still says bludgeoning, but hey.
Yeah, I know.
I need him to make a strength save.
First, I also need you to roll me a d10.
The strength save is part of that attack, so...
Yeah, I assumed. For what are you trying to do? He's immune to a few things.
10. He gets pushed back.
Oh, okay. A 9's probably not going to do it then?
9 does not beat my 16.
Okay.
Yep. Target moves 10 feet backwards.
Which way do you want to go? This way here? From your angle, I'm assuming there. Okay.
Yeah.
10. I will move that on there. Okay. Thora is not in that, at least. And you roll a 10.
That was the idea.
Ooh. You are good to go. You have your own ability. You are not confused. You're still under the... Are you still under the effect? No, because it's not a spell. It's just considered the spell. So you're technically still... at the end of your turn, you can make me another con save to see if the spell stays on you.
Cool. I still got movement, so I'll move 5 feet forwards.
Okay.
And because my range is increased, I can hit him again from there.
Yep.
So technically this is still melee, but I'm no longer right next to him.
Okay. The 16 misses, sir.
Is there still a feature? I'm so getting confused which features left over from.
No worries.
So I used to have a thing I could spend key points to increase my strike. Apparently I no longer have that. Oh well. A bonus action, hit him again.
Okay. The 14 miss, sir. Must be something about him that's making you just kind of miss. He does stink.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. That's the first time you've hit him, so... What's he gonna say to you? Pain is just another flavor of fear. Before Thor's turn, he'll use his last legendary action this round to toss a gas leak at Thora and Alric, because you're within 10 feet of each other. So can I have a con save from Thora and Alric, please? Never mind. Gotta hit a 16, and you both hit a 17. I should have chose the other one. Okay. Thora, you're up. You feel weird. You you got angry, then you got extremely small and tiny. I don't know. I'll leave that up to you.
She has a mini existential crisis.
Yep.
I think I should be mad, but should I be mad? I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'll be mad.
Roll again, please. Love it. An 89. Ooh, that's on the opposite end. That's actually 11 off 100. That's the funny
I was going to say
that's 11 off the 100.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well, this one's a little different. You all see Thora get angry again. And standing beside Thora is another Thora. There's two of you now.
Uh-huh.
You split into two bodies. For the duration of your rage, you both count as the same creature, except it has two bodies. You can grant yourself flanking and give yourself assistance with any skill check.
Wow, I do look
That's
good.
a fun one.
Come on.
You can see your own ass, and it is perfect.
Oh, it is amazing.
So yeah, you can literally put the other one right behind you and give yourself flanking.
All right.
It takes no damage. It is pretty much just there for you. I can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
But you did enter his aura of terror, so I need a wisdom save, please. It's the one thing I thought would be fun for him is an aura of terror. Yeah, you're fine. Like, you were rolling so well with only a +1.
I know.
Is ridiculous.
It was on a 3 and then just rolled to a 19.
Yeah.
So, he's like, all right, well, hiya. Oh, yeah. Good thing I get advantage.
You do.
Well,
Yeah, that'll hit. Yeah, like in the middle of this, Hal's just going, nope, nope, what? What are, you're small, you're big, you're small, what? Who? What's going on? Then smash.
You just see me
My little
celebrate
Hal.
when I'm still not a pedophile.
Love it.
She's back to normal! She's back to normal!
Don't you worry about me, baby.
As soon as you hit him, I need a con save, please, or you are confused again. A nat 20? A nat 20, yeah. I'm never going to have you roll against him anymore for any fear effects. You're fine. Yep.
You're just a bag of sticks. I don't know what you're so scary about. So I'm going to hit him again. I already rolled. Do you want me to re-roll that second attack? Because I rolled my second attack.
No, I'm okay with that roll. That'd be a 20 with advantage. Yeah, I'm good. Ooh. You're another 11.
11 is my number, apparently.
It is. That's funny. That's like an 11 for damage, an 11 to hit, and 11 for your D100s.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Two damage 11s. 11 off 100 and 11 from 0.
Okay, is that adding your rage for each of them? I don't think it is.
Oh, shit, no.
So I need to add an extra... What are you at, a 3 now for your rage, or...?
I think so. Plus 2.
Okay. So an extra 4. Okay. You're starting to look a little hurt. Nothing major yet, though. You've pretty much sprung a couple extra leaks in around him. He's used all his legendary act. Oh no, we're back up to normal. I get all 3 of them back. Anything else for Thora?
Nope.
Okay. Clark, yep.
I'm going to cast a guiding bolt. So that's a 22. What? Yeah, 22.
Okay.
To hit.
22. I'll use my last silvery barbs. Make you re-roll that, sir.
Oh, crazy word.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it's a good thing you did. That was a nat 1.
Roll me a D100, please. See if you hit Thora.
Oh, no.
It's a nat 1, sir. I got a reward and punish.
Yep.
Anything under... okay, roll me damage on Thora, please. And actually, let's see which Thora you hit. Roll a D4. A 1 to 2 is the top Thora. A 3 to 4 is the correct Thora. You hit the wrong Thora, sir, and it goes right through.
What the hell are you doing?
Sorry. I'll make it up somehow. I'm sorry. And I don't think. Nope. Okay. No. You know what? And then after I did that, I think you see Clark going, I'm sorry, and he's running towards the corner of this little bit, and he is going to hide because he just pissed Thora off and doesn't want to, take the brunt of this big huge barbarian.
Okay, perfect. All right. Anything else for Clark?
Nope, that's it.
All right. I'll use a legendary action after you are done. Can I have a wisdom save, please?
From me?
Yeah.
Oh no! 15.
Ooh, you take 13 psychic damage, and you are now frightened of this creature until the end of your next turn.
Get out of my head.
As he says that, you hear the same thing some of these others do. Hallucinate, little puppet. Dance to the rhythm of your own dread. Hal!
No, if I,
Yeah. Sorry, go Clark.
no, I was just going to ask if I remember correctly. The fear is I cannot move towards him, correct?
Yeah, and any attack rolls at it are disadvantage. And you also have disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay.
Yeah. He's
That's
got,
it. Thank you.
yeah. It's weird. He's got 2 different saves for certain things. And then his own save is different. It's, I don't know. This guy's statted weird, I think. But Hal, you're up.
A D10 to start with confusion?
Yes, you're still under the effect of oh, no, sorry. He's switched concentration, so you're fine. He's concentrating on something else now.
Beautiful. So I'm still feared.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like almost everything he does, he concentrates on that one person until he switches off to the next person. It's a weird one.
I can still move spiritual weapon closer.
Yep.
It's not me.
Nope, you're good.
Good. I'll move that towards him as far as it can. I don't really want to run away, but I guess I have to.
No, that's only... you just can't willingly move closer. You don't have to run away. That's a different type of fear.
Is anyone actually hurt?
I don't think too terrible yet. The mass healing
Oh.
word got most of you guys up from the fire.
That would be just me then, so. Can I get another wisdom save from him?
You sure can.
Hold
16?
the dead. Fails.
He has a plus 14 to his save, and he rolled a 2. $17. That's necrotic? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, looks like he's taken mostly everything you guys are tossing at him. But you're starting to realize that you're the source of his hatred, sir.
Can't imagine why.
I don't know. Anything else for Hal?
I'm just checking bonus actions.
Okay.
No, nothing I can do.
All right. Can I have a... Sorry.
I might move a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine.
it.
I just need a wisdom save, please.
Yeah. I'm just going to move till I'm 35 feet away from him.
Yep. Ooh, nat 1. 18 psychic damage, sir. From his Nightmare Whisper. I rolled well for that one.
Yeah. Hal's probably going to spend next turn healing.
Mm-hmm. Anything else for Hal?
Alright.
Alright.
No, that's it.
Beautiful. So that's done. Ooh, I forgot to roll if I get that back. I did not get his Fear Burst back. Mm-hmm. Well, Thora's there. Thora. Where are you? Where is it? Where is it? I think he's just going to attack you.
Oh.
Will a 20 hit you and a 16?
20, 16, no.
Ooh. Alright, Well, the 20, you take 9 piercing and 14 poison damage.
Does he hit the right one?
Okay.
Oh, yes. True sight. He's fine. And I need a... Nope, that's on your turn. Never mind. And I need a con save, please. Never mind. Con saves with you are really hard to not fail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He is going to... That's his turn. Annie.
Okay.
Yeah.
As a bonus action, I am going to have the Witch Bolt do another d12 lightning damage.
Okay.
It says it does it automatically while I'm holding concentration.
Sure does.
Don't forget, if you would like, you can add that bardic inspiration to the damage.
Yep.
I might, after I see what the second one does,
Yeah.
For my action, can I get a wisdom save?
Highly possible. 32.
Okay. I'm going to add my bardic inspiration
Okay.
to my damage.
Okay.
What die was it?
Are you a D10 yet? D8 or D10 for Clark? You're muted if you're talking there, Abe. I will look for you. Maybe he had to step away. Or his mic's not working. Are you there, Clark? Abe. Alright, we'll give him a sec. Let me look for you. I have his character sheet up here. D8.
8.
Yep.
Okay, so another 5.
Okay.
And I'm going to stay where I am. Is that thing I'm behind, how high is that?
The gate itself?
No, like right here from the ground.
Just pretend that it's just straight ground. There's no stairs there. Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yep.
So I'm not necessarily covered. Okay.
You're good.
Okay, alright. That's my turn. Thank you.
Okay. I'm wondering if Abe's internet just blew on him. Because that'd leave him in Discord if he lost connection. We'll figure it out. I got his character sheet up anyway. Okay, so I will use a legendary action on you because you ticked him off a little. Can I have a wisdom save, please, from Annie? You guys would notice that he's looking quite bloodied now. Finally. 24. Okay, never mind.
You hear me?
There you go.
Yeah, I was loading a project in my 3D printer slicer, and my computer was acting stupid.
Gotcha. No worries.
Sorry.
You're good. Thora, you're up. I need a... Nope. You rolled a nat 20. You are never going to have to do that one again. Never mind. Do what you want.
Yeah, I do what I want.
Yep.
Tell you what I really, really want.
Yeah.
I really, 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 really want you to die.
Yeah. He's getting there. No, that won't do it.
Oh, wait, do I still have advantage?
Oh, yeah, you do. Yep.
There we go.
Oh, an nat 20. Nice.
LFG.
Beautiful. Alright, so we're doing max damage for him, which is, he's a 2d6, so 12 plus 12, 16. Plus your rage. 20. Ooh. He didn't like that, Thora.
Good.
Yeah. Can I please have a con save? Because you did hit him.
Yes, I sure did.
You sure did. You're just punching holes in him. Yeah. Ooh, you failed that one. Nice. You are confused. As you open up another vent in the side of him, and I need you to roll a d10 to see what you do. Never mind. You get to do whatever the hell you want to do because you are Thora.
That's damn straight.
Love it.
I'm just gonna hit him again.
Yeah. He's definitely looking at you like, what the hell is going on? You have more problems than I do. The 15, no, you're good. You missed.
Alright. You suck.
Sorry, I blinked there for a second. Did I just miss my turn?
No. Possibly. Sorry. We'll have you go now then. Sorry.
Take a second, like, wait, Thor goes after me. Huh.
Yeah, I don't
well.
know. Sorry, it must have, I think, it must have clicked twice on me when I went through it and I didn't see it.
Thanks.
Sorry. That's okay. At the beginning of your turn then, Alric, I need a wisdom save from his Aura of Terror. You fail, sir. You are frightened of him. So you can't get any closer. And you could still throw stuff at him, but you do have 15-foot radius, I think, on your attacks.
Yeah.
And he's flanked, so you are at a straight roll, sir.
I shall just roll all my attacks now then.
And there's a nat 20.
And I shall bonus action and flurry of blows.
Okay.
Which gives me 3 more attacks now.
Yes. And remember that so 1, 2. So you have 1, 2, 3 hits and a nat 1. So 1 crit. 2 hits. And 1 nat 1. Alright, we'll deal with the crit first.
Oh, but I started rolling the non-crit ones.
Oh, okay. Well, we have to see what happens to see whether or not you are frightened. If you're going to be confused when you hit him the first time or not. You got to hit the con save. Yeah. Right. But I'll use the one that you've already rolled, just in case.
Well, if it was in that order, then the first one would be 18 damage.
Okay. Well, it would be the crit first, because that was your first strike.
Yeah, first strike, I added the crit damage to it. And con save, you said.
18? Yeah, I need a con save. Okay, never mind. You are not confused, sir, on your first hit. It's con save for every single hit.
Am I not far enough away for that?
Anytime a creature hits the target, you have to do a con save or suffer hallucinations for 1 minute.
Right.
It's because you're just hitting him. Every time you hit him, he emits gas. So the first one goes through for 18 damage.
Just confirming.
Yep.
Just confirming about my pushing away ability.
Yep.
Is up considered away?
For me, you'd have to be under him.
Cool. So not from here then.
Nope.
Right. Since I've already rolled damage, I'll roll just the 2 con saves.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Good. That one fails. So on that attack, I'll just need you to roll on the confusion table whether or not to see what happens. So just a d10. A 6. The last one, something happens. You don't move or take any actions during that one.
You've lost me with that.
For your third attack, when you roll the d6, the target doesn't move or take actions, so you would not be able to do anything additional after that attack.
Okay, which means my nat 1 never hit.
Correct.
Okay.
Which is a good thing for you, so you don't hit Thora.
And that's the end of my turn, so I'll use, I think, Stillness Mind and remove fear for myself.
Nice. Love it. Alright, end of Alric's attack. He is looking a little weird. So he's going to use the last of his legendary actions for this entire turn to cast a spell. And he's going to move to here, which won't trigger an attack from your clone. And he's going to put a wall of force around the three of you. That is a 10-foot cube.
Well, that sounds fun.
So you all see some sort of wall go up between Alric and Thora. And I'll take Arcana rolls from the rest of you, please.
Don't know shit.
Nope.
I'm just a simple farmer.
Hal and Annie, you know that nothing short of him ending it is going to end that. Alric and Thora are trapped inside of this with just this creature now.
Do we know that other shit won't go through it?
With the 20, I'll say yes. Clark has no idea what just happened.
Is it open on the top? Is it like a circle
An
or?
invisible wall of force springs into existence at a point you choose within range.
It's a cube,
Actually, sorry,
so-
never mind. It's invisible. You wouldn't even see that. You would have noticed him do something, though. It can be anything, a vertical barrier or anything. It can be free-floating, resting. You can form it into a dome, a globe, a radius, and pretty much anything. It is a 1/4 inch thick and lasts for the duration. Dispel magic does not do it. The only thing that'll get rid of it is a disintegrate spell.
I suppose we'd see it because his like
The gas
fog
itself
would-
would dissipate, or in around him into the same cube.
Is it-
I guess
that he's
that's-
currently on.
is it like a box or is it like a column?
Yes.
It's invisible. So the gas itself you would see is like a big, like almost like tossing a gelatinous cube on top. It's like it's definitely a cube, like pretty much the square that you see, but it is covering all of everything. And that'll burn his 5th level.
Do we hear any sound coming from it?
Wall of Force. Doesn't it come through? Nothing can physically pass. It's immune to all damage and can't be dispelled. It doesn't say anything about sound, so I'm going to assume you can still hear.
So does that mean they can still hear us?
I'm going to assume so, yes. Maybe a little muffled with the sound of battle going around you. So you'd really have to get close and figure out what's going on. But until then, this fear aura, I will just move away. Because it's now just inside that wall of force.
You know, I kind of feel bad for him.
I know, me too.
He's
But
just,
he's
he
getting
put
to
himself in a box with the two martial characters.
Yeah, I know. But he is getting low on health and can't really deal with the ranged people, so this is his way of using his last legendary reactions, because he's about to get him back. Anything else for Alric, or I think you're done, sir?
That was action and bonus action.
Thora!
And no movement because fear.
Yeah, Thora.
Thora wink.
You notice that your extra person is trying to come through some sort of invisible barrier that is not there anymore, but thankfully, you're still flanking with Alric.
Cool. So, should we skip my turn since I already went before Alric went?
Oh, right. Thank you. So, Clark, you're up. You don't know what just happened other than the fact that
Yeah.
there's some sort of invisible cube, especially with your 5 Arcana. Something weird happened.
I see a gas cube, and that's it.
You sure do, sir.
Well, so I don't metagame. I am going to. And I know this is Abe. No.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was a guiding bolt.
Okay. It hits some sort of invisible barrier and just absorbs it.
And then Clark pulls on Annie's pant, like, did you just see that? What? I don't know what's going on.
I think he cast some sort of spell that's blocking them in there, but I can't really see, but he definitely did something.
Oh, boy. Well, I hope he'll be okay. And that is, well, I can actually... Move to there.
Okay, perfect. After Clark is done, can I have a wisdom save from Alric, please? As he can now focus all his legendary actions on 2 of you. Never mind. Hell, you're up. You know, something weird happened. You seen Clark's guiding bolt just hit this thing and do nothing.
It's alright. I didn't plan on helping this round anyway.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast 2nd level Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
That almost doubles my health.
Okay.
Bonus action, I'm going to move my spiritual weapon closer.
Okay.
Because I think that might be able to go through it, because it's
Highly
pretty
possible.
much goes through it.
Yep.
It isn't possible? Because it goes through solid buildings and shit.
It would not pass through this. I don't think that will go through a wall of force.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing can physically pass.
I'll end my turn there.
Okay.
And wisdom save for fear?
No, it is completely encased now, so you are good, I think.
I failed as...
Oh, you failed your
9.
save, so yes, sorry. Yep. Yeah, that's the different
for
fear.
another nat 1.
18 on that one. Nope, yep, you're good. All good finally.
Cool.
Yep, the aura is gone on you. Alright, before his turn, he can at least use a legendary action. He needs to burn 2 of them to cast a spell. Can I please have a wisdom save from Thora as he casts Dominate Person on you? The first one you fail. He's going to tell you to please kill Alric.
Okay.
And he can immediately tell you to use your reaction on your turn to immediately hit Alric.
All right.
And it's like, unless are you immune to charm?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. Alric is now your, it's it doesn't change, I don't think, who you are. You just have a telepathic link. On your turn, he pretty much is telling you to kill Alric, please.
Cool.
Alright, so that's his legendary action, but now it's his action. And I think he can still attack you at the same time as he has that on you. Nope, never mind. If you take damage, you get to repeat the spell. Repeat the save. So Alric, he's just going to attack you. That's a nat 20 and a 20. Nope, sorry, nat 20 and a 19.
Are those the 2 attacks, or that's 1 hit to hit and 1 damage?
That's 2 attacks on you.
Well, the nat 20 of course hits.
Yep.
The 19 misses.
Okay. So you are taking 21 piercing.
I'm going to use deflect attack.
Okay. So 21 piercing.
That's no piercing.
Nice. 38 poison damage.
Oh,
38 poison damage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a net 20? Yeah, they're poisoned gauntlets.
That's why I had to use a healing spell on myself. I got down to 27 after 1 round of combat with him.
One sec. Let me see if I can deflect that back at him.
Okay. He's immune to poison, so it won't really matter.
It'd be the 21.
Oh,
no,
understood.
Yeah. If you do so, you choose a creature you can see within 5 feet. Okay, yeah, I'll use a key point, and that's I get to do 2d8 plus 5 against him.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Yeah, so as he sticks it into me, I'm gonna sort of grab it before it goes all the way in.
Yep.
Pull it out and stick it into his thigh.
Nice. Yeah, he's immune to his own stuff, so I don't need to do anything that. That's fine. But yeah, I need a con save also because you did hit him.
He hit himself.
Oh, sorry.
That's...
Never mind. Nope. He hit you. It's the same thing. So his melee attacks also do the Toxic Tinkerer. So I need a con save or you are frightened. Never mind. Good old con save rolls for you guys. These have been pretty good.
You've got the 2 tanky dudes inside the cube.
Yeah. Alright, well, that's his turn. Annie, you're up.
Question.
Yeah.
Witch Bolt, the language of Witch Bolt says lightning damage to the target automatically, even if the first attack missed. But it just says lightning damage automatically. So would that still hit inside the aura?
The Wall of Force would have negated that Witch Bolt. It is no longer active. Yeah.
Okay. So.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, he hasn't been hit since he put that up, has he? Yeah, Alric hit him. Didn't you?
Okay.
Or was that before this one up, Alric? Did you hit him inside the Wall of Force? Because I have to do con saves on.
He just hit himself.
Yeah.
He
I
hit
just caused him to take damage.
You did. I need to
So
do a con save. I don't think he's good at con saves, so he's going to burn a legendary resistance. 1 down. 2 to go. Yeah, he failed that one completely. With a 6. Alright. It looked like you hit him and he had trouble doing something, but he steeled himself, and yeah, you finally burned one of his legendary resistances. I thought you'd be gone through them already by now. But he's looking pretty hurt. The gas is slowly emptying out everywhere in this tiny little place, but thankfully you're still fine, apparently. Is there anything else for Annie? Are you going to get closer?
Yes.
What you doing?
Yes, okay. I was waiting to see what happened with that. Okay, so Annie just got her family back, and now shit's getting crazy, so
Yeah.
your Warlock's going to step into the middle of it. So
Nice.
I'm going to move my 30 feet, and then she's going to try to bonus action Misty Step
Okay.
into the wall to
Okay.
right behind him,
Okay.
since it's disappearing and reappearing.
Okay.
Does that work?
So you're landing on top of it. You would notice that as soon as you Misty Step, you basically are shunted to the very top of the dome and you can't get in.
Okay. I was hoping that since it's like a space I can
Yeah.
see and I'm not trying to physically pass through it, that I could
No.
still pass inside. Okay.
Not with Wall of Force, unfortunately.
So I'm just standing on top of it
You're
right now.
standing on top of nothing. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that
That's
was
10
bonus
feet high.
action.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would this work? Because it's to create something in the space of a creature.
It still has to get to him, so you can try it. Brandon will tell you no, but whether or not Annie would still try it or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like she would still try because in her head, like,
Yep.
it's in the space, and whether there's something between me and him or not, he's still in a space.
Yeah, no, you basically see this claw that comes out just scratching at nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Annie's just basically hovering in the air trying to scratch this wall. Okay.
Yep. Pretty much.
Then that's my turn. Okay.
Excellent. All right. So he had to burn 2 legendary for the spell. He's got 1 left. Alric seems to be the bane of his existence right now because he doesn't want to hit Thora. Can I have a wisdom save from Alric, please?
Of course.
Yeah. Never mind. There goes his legendary actions until start of next round, which oddly enough is now. Alric, your turn.
I'm now close enough that I can get underneath him.
Yes, sir. Yep.
That's not close.
You see Annie 10 feet
enough.
above. You see Annie, well, you're 2 feet tall. She's 8 feet above you, standing down, trying to get in.
He's been throwing out quips, so that's turn 1. Do you know what happens when a man refuses to be controlled by his fears? You must face them. And I'm going to try and punch him upwards.
I was born in torment. You think this hurts?
Net 20.
Not 20. Okay. This one might hurt.
Can I get to a strength check as well? See if he goes up.
He's seen this happen before, so I'm going to burn a legendary resistance and say he passes, sir.
If he passes that, cool. I still need a con save on his spells.
So how much damage total from the 1 attack?
19.
19. Okay. I need a con save from you to see if you are feared. I rolled a 17 for his con save. So that is...
For my constitution, I got a 3.
Okay, you are now frightened of him again. Sorry, is that the confusion one? Give me 1 sec. Toxic Tinkerer. Yeah. So any the next thing you do, I need you to roll on the confusion table. But sorry, how much damage was the unarmed strike again?
19.
19. So okay.
3.
5. Okay, 3. Yeah, you can't move or take actions for that one turn.
No actions, no reactions or bonus actions as well, I assume?
You can't do anything. Nope, you are pretty much like immobile for the rest of that turn part. Yeah.
Which means, does that mean I can use self-restoration and remove the
Correct.
fear?
Nope.
Well, actually, I guess that's my turn then.
Okay. Top of the round, Thora. You were told to hit Alric.
I sure was.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I guess that's where I'm going.
Yeah.
I don't know why I feel like I need to be doing this, but here we go.
I'm tough doing it.
All right. I am going to. So did he specify what I had to do,
He doesn't
or
know
just
what
I had to
you're
hit
doing.
him?
All he said is attack that target. Kill him. Kill him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kill him. So can I just punch him?
That's up to you. You are raging. You're charmed. So you do think this guy's your enemy, and you do have Hal's legacy in your hand. So I will leave that up to you. What you think you need to do.
Okay. Well, I mean, if I think he's my enemy, I'm gonna just.
It also burns his reaction, telling you what to do.
Yeah. All right.
You can't see it, but I'm doing the bring it symbol with my hands.
Nice.
All right.
Andy, from the top, you see Thora immediately turn and try to hit Alric.
She's just gonna yell, "Stop!" No, knowing that it won't mean anything, but
All right. Well. All right. Do I have advantage? Oh. Okay.
No, you're... Yeah. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he's not flanked. Yeah. 26.
26.
That hits. Yeah. But that's no damage because I'm going to use my reaction to deflect attack.
Okay, so you're sticking that into Thora.
No, I can just choose the target within 5 feet of me. I'm choosing Scarecrow.
Okay, so you don't want to try and knock her out of it. Beautiful, beautiful. I like that.
All right. I'm gonna do it again.
Scarecrow takes 9 damage.
9?
And that misses.
Okay, one sec. He nat 20'd his con save. He's looking like crap, just to let you know.
All right, and then that's Thora's turn.
Okay. After your turn, we have another legendary
Was
action.
Thora connected with them on the reaction? Does she have to do a con save?
Only when she takes damage. She hasn't taken any damage yet.
No, but because she hit him.
One sec.
She hit the Scarecrow.
No. Oh. Ooh. Right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Can I have a con save, please, Thora? This isn't any damage, though. It would just make her frightened. Sorry, confused. So a 12 con save. You are confused, so roll me a d10, please. A 10. Okay. I'm happy with saying you shake off whatever he did to you, because you can now choose your own behavior. That's a fun way of negating his own ability that for the dominate person. I like that. That's a fun way of doing that.
All right, I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
What the
'cause-
hell are you doing to me? Pile of sticks.
Did he have to make a con save for taking damage?
No, because it was a different type of damage. Sorry, I rolled a nat 20 on his con save, so he's fine. But you definitely get a... You are fascinating. Clark, yep.
Damn straight, I'm fascinating.
I like that. That's
Alright,
a fun way of
let's
getting
see.
out of dominate person. I like that. Using his own stuff against him.
That wasn't what I was going for.
No,
I
but-
was going. Hopefully, she was immobilized and couldn't hurt Alric.
Oh, yeah, that too. But yeah, no, that I like.
Didn't matter. The second hit didn't hit. The second attack didn't hit anyway.
Yeah, but that's this round. Next round's a different story.
I still have 2 legendary actions,
Okay.
and then it's his turn. I might get one of you.
Since
He doesn't do a lot of damage. He controls the battlefield quite well.
okay, so no magic can get through this wall, correct?
Nope.
Not even the psychic. Okay.
Yeah,
'Cause
he's done his
physically-
con saves for the Wall of Force at least.
Okay.
And it's
Because
up
it says physically. So,
it's immune to all damage. So technically, if it's immune to all damage, nothing will get through it.
all right. So Clark's just he's gonna walk up to here, and he gets a little message. How the hell are you flying, woman? And that's my turn.
I've just seen him something to confuse him.
Yeah, that's an odd one.
Because it's creating something in the space.
Yeah, like it's already out, so it can't go through.
But if I drop it and create a new one,
Because that's what I was asking, because I was gonna cast like Precious Hideous Laughter at him.
spiritual weapon. It can be created anywhere. You don't even have to see where it's created. It just appears in the space.
It's weird on how it's worded on here. And this is the 2024 edition I'm using. Let me see what the 2014 says. Maybe that's different.
Yeah, because
I googled a
I read the-
spiritual weapon to go through it, and it gave me I can create it in the cube, but I can't make it go through the cube. So once it's in it,
But if
can't-
other spells can't go through, I don't see how that could.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to read too, where it just said nothing can physically go through it.
Yeah.
But if you
But if it's
in
immune
the
to,
space,
if it's immune to all damage, it should be, and like a dispel magic won't do it. To me, that means nothing will get through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an odd one. I'll research it for next time, but for now, I like how this is working. Okay. Anything else for Clark? You guys are close
Nope.
to killing him, so after that, we'll go for break. Unless you guys just want to push on until we're done. That's fine, too. Legendary action. Yeah, wisdom save, please, for Alric. It's the only damaging ability he's got. Ooh. You take 10 psychic damage, sir. And you are frightened until the end of your next turn. Hal, you're up.
Hal walks closer.
You'd be able to tell Alaric's looking I'm assuming pretty shitty?
I'm bloodied by now. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna try a healing word because we can still heal them. So I don't know how a healing word would go with the going through the wall of force.
I don't think it would. Let me just quickly type that. No.
I mean, I'm still gonna try because
I know.
I said I would, but I'm just use that one.
Yeah, like the
just using
spell
my
is still
background
like
one.
something physical, so no.
Yeah. I'm gonna move there. Sorry, I'm gonna lean against his wall like he did when we first came across him. Like on board.
Nice. Okay.
And I'll. Yeah.
Okay. Last legendary action.
Actually, can I prepare my action?
Yep.
To cast a spell on him if the cube drops?
Yes. Yeah,
I'm gonna do that.
It's one of those 10-minute duration bastards, so I'm not even keeping track.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah. Alric, another wisdom save, please. Ooh, okay. You're good. But now it's his turn, and he's irritated. So he's going to attack you twice again. But I don't think a 17 or an 18 will hit you.
Those both miss.
Yeah. I was hoping I could at least, at some point, flank with using Thora, but apparently I can't even do that. So... he has to... Okay. Yeah, you'd be able to tell he's going down, or one of you are. He's not trying to leave. But he has no more... Yeah, because I used a spell, and that, even if it's his turn, because it's per action. Okay, Annie, you're up. Anything for Annie, or are you just going to sit and wait?
She heard Clark yell, "How are you flying?" And she's just gonna keep trying to just frustratedly claw this thing. I can't get through. We have to get them out. And that's it. It's just beating on the thing.
All right. Alric. I've already burned all my legendary actions, so I can't do that until next turn. Yeah, please punch him.
Punch time.
Yeah.
Miss.
14 will miss. 21 will hit.
Let's make this a stunning strike. Haven't done one of those in a while.
Okay.
I need a con save.
Yeah, I'll just burn my last legendary resistance. He doesn't have many hit points left, so that doesn't go through. But the damage does. But
right.
I still need...
I need to do a con save.
Yes, please, sir. Nat 20. I'm never going to have you do con saves from that ability again.
Great. That sounds like the perfect time to flow your blows.
Sure does, sir.
So that's three more attacks.
Yeah. This might kill him, depending on how well you roll. 26 will hit. 11 damage.
Can I get a strength save from him as I'm going to try and punch him up?
Yeah. With a +0, he rolls an 11.
That fails.
Okay.
I don't think he'll take any damage from going up 10 feet and then back down 10 feet.
I'll give him a dex save, and if he gets anything over a, let's say, 13, he lands on his feet. He rolled a 16. We're good there.
Shoot! Wait, no, I'm feared. I need to do everything at disadvantage.
Oh, yep. Sorry. Thank you. You have a good
I
bonus.
guess that.
So, just a straight another unarmed. Yeah, you're still good. We'll just use the first damage. I'm okay with that.
Okay. And if he.
Like, you're getting to the point where there's not a lot of gas left in him at all. It's pretty much slowly starting to dissipate. There's still a lot in the area, but there's not a lot coming from him anymore.
Okay. Did he make his deck save?
I rolled a 16, so
land?
yes. Yeah, he's good.
So he's still standing up?
Yep.
No prone. No, I get to attack twice more, disadvantage, because of blowy blows.
Yep. Yep, they'll all hit.
No?
Yeah, you're good.
The first one was in that one.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see that.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Because of the fear.
Right.
I'm fearful of him, remember?
Then,
So you did the...
Roll me a percentile roll to see if you hit Thora with that. Anything over a 50, you're going to hit her. Nope. Never mind. You don't hit her.
What light level are we in?
Heavily obscured. It's still like semi, so we'll go dim light.
Well, I can re-roll that. Worth it.
So an extra 6. You are in single-digit territory, sir.
And as a just add insult to injury, in my turn, I'm going to dispel the fear on me.
Okay. Thora. This guy's pissed you off a lot. Just tell me how you kill him. He's got 9 health. I don't think you can fuck that up.
Yeah, nah. I can't believe you made me think my friend was my enemy. This bag of sticks. I hate you. And she's gonna take
The tinderbox out and light him on fire.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Like, I was like, what can I do to light him on fire?
Fire would have worked.
Yeah, I don't really have...
Wait, is he vulnerable to fire?
Of course, he's a scarecrow. You guys didn't touch that at all.
Oh, wow. Attack damage could have been fire. Every single one could have been fire.
He's emitting gas, guys. You could have just, like, literally exploded him, and you never even thought of it.
I did, but I don't have any fire damage except for a tinderbox.
Yeah, and the radiant damage isn't fire damage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just... I've got shocking grasp. I'm just gonna grab him, just electrocute the hell out of him.
Beautiful.
I hate you! I hate you! I hate you! And just like the lightning just coming from like every orifice of my body.
Nice. You guys eventually see this thing immediately drop. Annie, you don't need to give me a deck save. You know how to land as a cat.
Okay.
You see pretty much like whatever magic or whatever was holding this person or whoever it was together, all the gas basically slowly starts to like fade and spread out. And his last words are, "Forgive me. The fear, you see, it never ends. It never ends." And all the gas just leaks out of him. And like all his clothes. It's almost like he was the gas that you were fighting. And now it is just his outfit, his weapons, and his vials that are left. And we will... Do you want to go for break? It's 7:30. Or would you like to push on? But we are out of combat. And you have killed the scarecrow.
I want to get one last quip in.
Give me one last quip as he immediately there's no light left in this body, and there's not really any body at all.
I want to say, shh, it's okay to be afraid.
Nice.
Which is one of his lines.
It is. Love it. So good job, guys. You got rid of someone fun that I had to create.
Woo!
Yeah. At some point, I will copy and paste the full thing. Thora, are you going to do anything before your rage ends? Are you going to rush into here? That's really all I want to know. Or is your rage going to end before you act?
Yeah, I might rush that way, actually.
Okay. Because technically, after he died, you guys would have all had one more round to do something. So if you want to, I'll get rid of the turn order, but I'm just wondering if Thora needs to try and keep your rage up. I don't remember how many rages you have. I would assume you still have a couple more.
Yeah, I've got 2 more left.
Okay, then Brandon, I'll tell you, you don't need to worry about it then.
Okay.
Yeah. So, as this fight goes, that was 7 rounds. So that's one of our longest we've done. That was pretty good. Did you guys want to push on or take like a 5-minute break and go to the washroom?
Yeah, can we take a few minutes?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I agree.
I got a P2, so perfect. Yeah, we'll start here and give me perception rolls before you guys go in. Let's do it that way. Let's have the dice tell you what you see.
Everything.
25.
Massive okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. If you're just taking a quick look back.
19 then.
After about a minute and a half, the grandstands have pretty much emptied of anyone who's either dead, dying, or like running away. Fey creatures have the ability to move fairly quick. Most can turn invisible and stuff. You do see a lot of most of the demons that you're seeing. You've never really seen most of these ever before. These are a little different. The only ones you would recognize are the Vroks. There's a lot of them. They are picking people off left, right, and center out of the stands, like flying them high and then just dropping them in the middle. Some of them are like literally feeding the demon anything they can pick up, and while he's fighting, he's eating. You would also notice by now, most of the people like Archmage Ortor, Titania, Baba Yaga, and a couple others that you know, especially the dragon, they're doing still fairly quite well. The demon itself, though, at a quick glance, he's got lots of little cuts and things here. It seems, picture like someone who has like cast like an enlarge spell on like someone, so he's like maybe not as big as he could be, because it seems even like a little tiny scratch is hurting him. He still is that big, but he's not spewing blood. He's spewing lava. So he's basically like, think of his blood as an active volcano. So anyone who gets close to him and hits him is immediately being almost burned to death. And all the blood like dripping down him is coating most of this stage in liquid molten magma. So it's starting to get hot out here again. That's what you see with a quick glance.
My wonderful stage.
You'd be able to tell that this place is enchanted rock. It's taking the heat pretty good. They did a good job building this.
Yeah, floor is lava.
The floor is lava. Don't make me sing that song, because my niece, that's all she wanted. If I get that back in my head, it's taken a week to get rid of it. Yeah.
Actually had a game show named that.
I know. All right. So yes, that's what you guys see at a quick glance. Where to next? Are you doing any healing, or are you guys running in?
How are we looking?
Does anyone need healing? Sorry, I was muted.
Yes.
Auric's taking the brunt of most of that.
How much?
It's 5. It's quite a lot.
Getting the tough feet
wouldn't-
from Baba Yaga did help you guys.
Oh, definitely
quite a lot.
helped.
Yeah.
I wouldn't need more than 50 to go to the over max.
50?
So anything will help. Doesn't matter.
Was that
How I
five
can
old
use
or
that
one
ring
five?
if you want to keep a spell slot, I can use that prayer of healing.
No, well, I also need healing, so...
Well, prayer of healing's for anybody, right? Like, because I don't need any, but
Yeah, but
It's
I don't
just
think
for
it
whoever
can
needs
go twice with the healing. See, I think it's... I'll get the reading on it. Up to 5 creatures of your choice who remain within range of the spell's entire casting gain the benefits of a short rest, and also gain 2d8 hit points. But it does take 10 minutes to cast it. I don't know if that goes for yours with the gem, but that'd be half the fight we're standing here doing it.
yeah. I thought we said, I feel like we said that the act of putting it into the ring was the ritual casting time, but I don't remember.
I
Brandon,
think
do you
he. I think we let him do. I think we let him ritual cast it in there, but it's for you. It's going to be an instant cast.
Okay.
Because it's still technically the spell. It doesn't matter how long it takes for him to do it. The spell itself is still
Right.
there, and it's a one-action spell. So I think that's what we went with.
How many
Yeah, that's what I
rages
thought.
do you get back on a short rest?
You would need an hour here. You'd be dead if you just sit and do nothing.
No, because the prayer of healing gives you a short rest.
Does it?
It gives you the benefits of a short rest, so you'd get your shit back, wouldn't you?
I didn't know that.
Neither did I. I was just reading it then to see if you could hit the same creature twice with it. If only 3 of us needed healing, give each of us 2 hits.
Where does it say that it'll give you a short rest?
It gives you the benefits of a short rest.
But where does it say that in the spell? Prayer of healing.
Just copying and pasting what I've got.
Because
Up to 5 creatures of your choice who remain within range of the spell's entire casting gain the benefits of a short rest, and also regain 2d8 hit points. A creature can't be affected by the spell again until the creature finishes a long rest.
Oh, they've changed that because that's not on the legacy one. The legacy one never had that. Brandon will let it through this time. That's a little too overpowered. Well, no, screw it. No, we're using 2024. Yeah, I'll figure that out. But for now, I will let that one go through because
the other one.
Brandon wasn't paying attention.
Neither was I. I just read that then, and I was like, what?
Yeah. No, I didn't realize that I don't use prayer healing that much because it takes 10 minutes. I thought you were ritual casting prayer of healing. I think that's what I had in my head. That's why it was taking 10 minutes. Not the spell itself took 10 minutes.
Spell itself takes 10 minutes.
Okay. We'll let it go through this time, sure. I'll take a look to see if... I would assume... I don't know, I'll figure it out. We'll let it get through this time, though.
Yes, it's coming from the ring of spell storing, not using
Yeah,
one
I
of
know.
his spells.
That's the thing. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yep. I have a feeling it would still make you do 10 minutes. But because Brandon wasn't paying attention last time, I'll let it through this time. Yep.
Yay.
Yep. So everyone gets 2d8 hit points back, and you all gain the benefits of short rest. So you can roll more hit die if you need to. And anyone who gets stuff back on a short rest, like our Warlock and our Monk.
Yeah.
Well, I think Bardics are still a long rest.
I wasn't sure if Rage was a short or long. I can't remember.
I forget with hit dice. Is there a limit to how many you can use?
Nope, it's just if you use them all today, when you take your next long rest, you won't have any to start with. So if you're like at 1 hit point and you take a long rest, you wouldn't be able to use them until the next long rest. So whatever you have left, you can use for a long rest. I believe. But you're not going to get a long rest for a while, so don't worry about it. Alright, everyone healed? Everyone good?
Yeah.
Okay.
It didn't mark the hit die I used. Do you know how to do that on D&D Beyond?
You click the short rest.
Yep.
And click how much to use.
Yeah, it gave me the
Okay.
healing, but didn't actually take the
Just
die away.
click on them again. It just don't, if you click on it and just don't hit the heal or the roll, it probably will stay.
I think you gotta hit confirm too.
That might be it.
That's what happened, right? I healed and then managed to click out without taking a short rest.
Okay.
Oops.
You're good. As long as you know what you're at.
Did anybody roll hit die to gain? Because I have beat Song of Rest, which anybody that spends 1 or more hit die can actually add an extra D8 hit points. So whatever you rolled, you can add another one.
That for each dice? Or just one extra for the short rest?
An extra D8.
Good old bards, man.
I'll add my 1 health for your D8.
One's better than none, sir.
Could be the difference between life and death saving throws.
Highly possible.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so you guys take a quick few seconds to get yourself settled for whatever next is to come. And you guys all rush in to this area. You are met by just a standard cave with 2 or 3 different areas. There's definitely an exit going out. There's like a small area where people are gathering to the left and huddling around. And to the right is pretty much semi-empty. But you do see Sinestro just waiting by another door, waving at you. Oh, hi guys. Is that little Hal? It has been too long, my friend. That took, well, longer than I thought. I really had hoped he would have, put the aura of fear in you, but you all seem to have something. I don't know what it is, but hey. Anyway, I'd love to stay and chat, but Lunara's Titans can fuck right off. And he opens the door and walks right through it. Would you like to follow him? Or would you like to go with the rest of them and leave?
Can I cast Sacred Flame on him?
You can, sir. He'd be within your range.
So that would be a Dex save from him.
Okay.
17.
I rolled a nat 17, sir. You also notice
So,
this one actually would have hit him.
that's pretty much what I was going
This one's
for.
not an illusion, sir. But he definitely walks through a door and leaves and closes the door behind him with just a little flick of his wrist. And he called you Luna's Titans, which you've never heard before. You're welcome for that one.
I'll add to the group. He was real this time. Do we still want to follow him after throwing the teleport out?
I think so.
I think so too. Just he threw out one just to say he can't throw out another one.
And we get our own demon to fight. Yay!
Sure.
Alright, you guys pursue him down this small little corridor path and come across a door. The door is not locked, and as you guys open it, who's in front? So I can get our tokens ready before I show you what you're doing next, and then we will end our session. I would assume Hal and Thora in the lead.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm definitely at least one or two.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be right up there with them.
Cleric and Annie in the back. Beautiful. I'll switch maps. As you rush down and open the door, you see the bodies of 3 dead. No one you guys know. You don't recognize them. Oh, and before you left, did anyone pick up anything from the person you just killed?
I was going to say, we would have chucked it in the bag of holding, wouldn't we?
If you want to throw all the items in the bag of holding to deal with later, I will mark down what you guys did grab.
Yeah.
Because there was no body. It was just items. Body's gone. So you would have noticed some sort of gauntlets, armor, his satchel full of whatever toxins he had, and some sort of cape. The cape is what also had the helm on it.
I would have taken a couple of the vials.
You would also notice that there's only one vial. It looked like there was more, but there's only one vial on his tube or carrying satchel. There's room for other ones, but there's currently only one. And it's slowly starting to gather more mist inside.
Yeah, I would have snatched that.
Okay, I will, once you guys take the time to look at them, let you know what you got. So, as you guys smash through here, you see 4, kind of like the statues that you guys see outside. They have, important people in Fey history, or who have been in Marzel, or even people who have been, maybe in the Fey Refuge. They've made statues of them just as a reminder, or just whoever was making them just put them up. But there are bodies of 3 medium-sized creatures and a faint, yellow aura in and around this room. But definitely you do see more yellow coming down this path. It's almost like a yellow mist trailing behind him. That door is open in front of you, just to let you know. This is an area you've never been before. Sorry, go Clark.
Clark is going to cast Detect Magic. And because this little mist has got him kind of concerned.
Okay. Detect Magic is 30 feet in front of you?
Yes. And if I have to, I'll walk.
You're gonna have to
into
walk
the door.
in. Yeah, you're gonna have to walk at least to here, before you can sense anything.
Yep. And that's where I am.
Yeah. The 2 statues, immediately as soon as you come in and your Detect Magic catches something, they both animate and stare at you.
Oh.
And next session, we'll deal with 2 animated statues that are swirling in yellow energy.
I would say I'd be still in front of Clark, because I would have...
If you wanted to come up with them, I'm okay with that. Yep. Even with Thora, if you guys were all rushing in, Clark would have been in the back. So if you guys wanted to bring yourselves to wherever you think you are before these things animate, absolutely.
If that's where Clark is, I'd like to be just where I am.
Okay. So we will end that session. Mark off what you have, and yeah, you guys are healed. Short rest, because Brandon wasn't paying attention, and yeah, we got some animated armor next session.
Since that spell's gone off, I've
Mhm.
changed it to the legacy one from the 24 one.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, like I'm okay with it that way, but it would. We can still use the 2024, but it's going to be a 10-minute cast from the ring, not a 1 minute, not a 1 second. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm still okay with the 2024 version, but if Annie uses it from the ring, it's going to take that 10 minutes because it's an actual 10-minute spell. I thought you were ritual casting it. That's why I wasn't paying attention last time.
It'd be so much nicer, but it actually casts me a spot to do a 10-minute spell.
Yeah.
That's my misunderstanding too. I thought it was a 10-minute ritual.
Yeah, me too.
But not a casting.
Not a 10-minute casting time. Yeah, for some reason, I think I might have thought you were going to do like a mass heal. That's what I probably heard in my head was mass heal, not prayer healing. I don't do clerics that often, so that kind of screwed my brain over.
Mass healing still 6 seconds, by the way.
Yeah, but it's still one action. But I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Because
that's what I was about to do for everybody, so that I could hit me and Alric a couple of times.
Yeah. No, this worked out pretty good.
Yeah, that's everyone, everything.
Yep. I also rolled to see how long it was going to take before another mass heal went out in the Coliseum, and it was at the 3-minute mark. You guys didn't hit that, or else you would have been benefited from that.
When do we get to find out who lives and who died?
Well, the combat's going to go for 20 minutes. We're hitting the 2-minute mark. We're actually
3 weeks.
We're hitting about the 3-minute mark. I don't have really a lot more planned for you guys. Like, you're in like a non-stop combat and chase scene, obviously. But after the first few, this one and then like one more, you're gonna have a little quiet period. So pretty much if you can slaughter through this one and then the next one planned, I think you will you'll get to a point where you're still going to be having some fun, but not high built combat. No.
I love it that it's like legit there's a battle going on and everybody's in different places. I love that, but also like the suspense is the suspense.
Yes. There's 20,000 people here, and really only 20 that I care about personally, so I rolled for them. Yeah. Yeah, and I rolled a percentile to see how many people are going to be still left alive after this is all done. Yep.
And it's called surviving extinction.
I punished my own NPCs. Even the bad guys that are still out there, too. I have a list for them. Because it wasn't just him. Yep. Yeah, so it's going to be fun. And I've already typed up the ending of what you guys eventually see. But it all depends on certain choices that will come to light either next session or the section after. So there's a lot.
That's awesome.
You are technically now in Chapter 1 is over. We're into Chapter 2. Yeah, this is you're slowly headed towards endgame.
Does that mean we level up?
No. You guys just leveled. By the time this whole thing is done, you'll level then.
I knew we weren't going to.
Wait, this whole 20 long minute encounter.
This is a long encounter. Like, there's still going to be spots where you might have nothing for 5 or 6 minutes, maybe longer. It all depends on you guys. Because I can't do anything like I can't not throw like traps and other fun things at you. Yeah.
Well, you could.
I could, and I will, because you're in an area you've never been to before. So
we've already experienced a power word kill, so.
When I was looking through the animated armor ones, the animated armor or the animated statue. The animated statues have Finger of Death.
Damn.
So I went with animated armor. It's like, I can't do that yet.
How kind of you.
It's like, for me, something like a finger of death needs to come from like a major enemy like we just fought. Like I didn't make him a caster because he's just like Scarecrow in the DC Comics. He's all about fear and controlling people. So coming up with his stats was pretty fun. Yeah, he had 250 health. 260 health, AC of 17. Yeah, he had a lot of fun stuff. He had one recharge that I threw at you guys at the start, and I never got it back. I kept rolling a 3. Had I got his charge back, that was 28 poison damage in a 60-foot radius, and I never got it back.
Ooh.
That would have changed
That's
a
a
lot.
shame.
That's why he decided to just put 2 of you in and try and have one of you kill the other, because one of you was quite powerful, and he kind of went, oh, I can use you. Yep. I was almost going to just lock those 2 down and leave them and deal, because he didn't need to be in there. But the type of person he is, he wants to be in there. Yeah. Because I was just going to lock you 2 down and deal with the other 3 of you.
I had something big coming. I was like, I'm over this. I was about to cast 4th level 1 Spirit Guardians, and he cubed himself into a fucking wall.
He had 3 rounds. Had you hit round 10, he would have had a helper show up. But you guys killed him before round 10. Yep.
The confusion upon hit was really annoying, though.
Right? Mm-hmm. It's when he hits you or you hit him. Either works. Yep.
Yeah. Range spells kind of saved you from that.
Yeah. That was the thing. When he seen 3 casters, he didn't know who you were. But when you have 3 casters, he's locking himself in with the melee guys because he can take pretty good of a beating, and there's issues with hitting him. Yeah. Had I got the recharge back, though, he probably wouldn't have locked himself in there because he can get out of it. Yeah. But I had to... He had a 1-a-day use for that, but... at the time, I figured I may as well just... he had the... he can use any of his spells, but it takes 2 of his legendary actions.
Oh, it was good hanging out with you this week.
Yep. That was fun. Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Been a
Hope you
little
enjoyed
while.
It has. Yeah, the joys of going to the sisters and traveling.